80% of our families speak Spanish in the home. A few years back, we noticed I guess it could be described as a spike in referrals for language acquisition issues for a number of our younger kids. And when we looked at it, statistically, it was an anomaly. It didn't make sense that many kids would be showing up with a language acquisition issue. So we probed a little bit deeper and found that indeed it wasn't a language acquisition issue, it's that we didn't understand that these students were speaking a different language than Spanish. To our ear, it sounded the same, and we assumed incorrectly that they were speaking Spanish. So when we would test them in Spanish, they still showed a language acquisition issue. Upon further investigation, we find out that it is a language called Mixtec, which is a pre-Columbian language, only written down in the late 90s when a graduate student went to the mountains of central Mexico, went to these villages and wrote the language down as part of their graduate work. It's such a specific dialect that even among 60 or so villages in the central mountains of Mexico, you go 2 or 3 or 4 villages away, and those folks wouldn't be able to understand the folks from another village. So what we found was a growing population of Mixtec speakers here at Wolf. We started out with 1 or 2 families, not quite sure of an actual percentage number that we currently have, but it's grown to more and more families, and we're still discovering other families that actually are speaking Mixtec, or where the grandparents speak Mixtec, where it's some mixture in the household, because for the longest time there was a sort of a stigma attached to admitting that you spoke Mixtec. And as people have felt more comfortable admitting this, we've realized that more families do have a mixture of Spanish, Mixtec, and then some English, all happening at the same time in the household. And it's something for us to puzzle out in terms of knowing our students and how to understand how we assess them and understand how we assist them once we have a handle on their needs.